welcome to our English news coming to you from Canal, Algérie. To the headlines. On a working and inspection visit to the provinces of Galma, Annaba and Tarif, Ayman bin Abdurrahman gave the kick-off signal to these several projects. Solidarity and fraternity within the Algerian children through a special holiday camp trip to Oran is organized by the Grand Mosque of Paris to the benefit of the Algerian children living in France. And we wrap up our news bulletin with Friday joggers in Bushawi Forest. Details with Rania Al-Bahri at the end of this journal. Welcome back. First in our news, as part of the Prime Minister's working and inspection visit to the provinces of Galma, Annaba and Tarif, Ayman bin Abdurrahman gave the kick-off signal to the project of modernization and duplication of a section of the railway that connects the province of Galma to Annaba Sports. Details with Sabrin Tafrignit.
A project of major importance for the country, and it is part of the state strategy aiming to connect the various industrial poles. This new rail mining line will be dedicated to phosphate transport with an annual capacity of 23 million tons.
مشروع في بلغ الأهمية من الناحية الاقتصادية.
It's an important project from an economic and social point of view because in addition to its trade activity, this rail line will create jobs for young people in the region. The new rail line will facilitate the transport of goods and passengers of 5 provinces, namely Tbissa, Souqahras, Galma, Tarif and
Annaba. والفائدة تاعو هي ترجع على الوطن كامل. هو مشروع وطني.
كمواطنين في ولاية قالما نعتبروه أنه إضافة حقيقية للولاية والولاية قالما خاصة ولاية قالما راهي بأمس الحاجة مثل.
As a resident of Galma, I see this project as a real asset for the province. We value the efforts of the state, which is very interested in socio-economic development of the border provinces.
دفعة جديدة ودفعة قوية للولايات هذه اللي خاصة الولايات مثلا قالما سوقهراس بس خاصة الولايات الحدودية اللي ممكن تعاني شيء نقص من التنمية.
The project to modernize and duplicate the eastern railway line between Annaba and Bushiguf covers a distance of over 350 kilometers, including 54 kilometers in the province of Galma.
يشكل أحد أجزاء المشاريع المهيكلة بالنسبة للنقل بالسكك الحديدية لمشاريع المنجمية في الجزائر، فإضافة إلى طبعا مشروع بلاد الهضبة هناك مشروع غارج بيلات كذلك.
In addition to Blad al-Hadba and Garaj Bilat projects, which are a priority for the government headed by the President of the Republic, the aim of this project is to achieve optimum exploitation of our resources, which means creating basic structures to make the most of our natural resources. As you can see, we're about to lay the foundation stone for several sections of this project, and we hope that the work will be properly managed, especially the most important section, Diri'a, which is characterized by a very complex topography.
كما لاحظنا هناك عدة أشطار، هناك الشطر الأول الذي نحن في صدد وضع الحجر الأساس له.
The Prime Minister also stressed the need to meet the project's completion deadlines.
كنا قد ألحينا على احترام أجال الإنجاز. فما أعاقنا سابقا هو عدم احترام.
The project must be completed on time. Not meeting deadlines has been pushing us backwards in the previous years. This time the issue has been taken care of in the project specifications.
10 في 2 فرق متكاملة تتناوب من أجل إنجاز هذه المشاريع وحتى نكون في
This project is scheduled to be completed in February 2026. This railway represents an investment of 51 billion Algerian dinars and should attract more than 200 billion dinars economically, which would have a significant impact on the whole region.
The last section of the East-West Highway, which connects Dar'an al-Tarif to the border with Tunisia and which extends over a distance of 84 kilometers, was commissioned and inaugurated by the Prime Minister. And this section is called upon to facilitate trade between Algeria and Tunisia, improve traffic flow, and enhance the safety of road users. Let's have a listen to the Prime Minister's statement.
ونحن ماضون بتجسيد برنامج السيد رئيس الجمهورية في
We are pursuing the completion of the program of the President of the Republic, which consists of the realization of the railroad connecting the north to the south of the country and the realization of the highway of the highlands. With the delivery of this section, the East-West Freeway will be completed, a very important economic achievement as it is being considered as the backbone of the newly established Algeria's economy. A gigantic road network spreading all over 141,000 kilometers, including 900 kilometers of expressways and freeways. I invite you to put the maintenance units of the East-West Freeway into service and to carry out maintenance work on a regular basis in order to preserve this project. It is important to put in place an efficient and immediate strategy to preserve the project.
وهذا الدور الذي هو منوط بهذه دور الصيانة التي أنجزتموها حاليا ونتمنى أن تكون مفعلة حتى نحافظ على ميزة هذه الطرق.
The progress of seawater desalination plant Quidat Darouche in the Tarf province was on the program of the Prime Minister's visit. On the spot, Ayman bin Abdurrahman recalled that this project is part of the development plan initiated by the President of the Republic. More details with Rania Al-Bahri.
Located on an area of 11 hectares in the municipality of Quidat Darouche in Tarf province, the seawater desalination station is about to become a real asset for the region, thanks to the use of the most advanced technologies in terms of energy saving. This facility will be able to produce up to 300,000 cubic meters of water per day, a capacity that would meet the drinking water needs of the inhabitants of the eastern provinces of the country. We have a drinking water supply problem. This project is very beneficial for us. It will supply our city as well as the surrounding areas. We thank the President of the Republic for this new station, which will not only supply us with water, but also the neighboring provinces like Annaba and Galma. Entrusted to national skills, this water desalination station will create more than 1,000 direct and indirect jobs.
الاستراتيجية الوطنية الحالية المبنية على البرنامج.
The current national strategy, based on the program of the President of the Republic, aims to concretize in a first phase the realization of 5 seawater desalination stations with a capacity of 300,000 cubic meters per day, in addition to the emergency plan which was completed during the period 2020-2021 and which enabled us to overcome a critical stage of drinking water shortage. Our new strategy is based on the supply of drinking water to all the inhabitants of the coast, but also to those who are at 150 kilometers inside the country, and this requires an acceleration of the construction of these facilities. With a completion rate of approximately 16%, this major project is part of the development plan initiated by the President of the Republic for the period 2022-2024. However, the construction of water desalination stations in several cities is the objective to ensure the water security of our country.
The Prime Minister Ayman bin Abdurrahman inspected the Sidr al-Hajjar steel complex in Annaba province, where he called on workers to do their best to restore the image of this historic complex.
الآن نتمنى إن شاء الله أن هذا المركب يأخذ العمال.
I call on the complex workers to make every effort to restore the reputation of this historic complex, which has suffered from mismanagement, and to take matters into their own hands. I would like to assure you that the state will support you by the available means. This complex, the first in Africa, occupies a particular place among Algerians. It is also the country's first structured complex. Thanks to the new governance, we believe that this complex is in a position to take up the challenge and contribute to the rail industry. The difference can be made by good management and also thanks to the effort and dedication of our workers.
يكون على أعلى درجة من الوعي بالنسبة للتحديات الموجودة.
Young Algerians living in France took advantage of a stay in Oran province to discover their homeland, a special holiday camp trip which was organized by the Grand Mosque of Paris in coordination with the Ministry of Youth and Sport on the instructions of the President of the Republic. All means were mobilized to ensure the comfort of children, an initiative to strengthen the bonds of solidarity and fraternity between all the children of Algeria, an unforgettable cultural and recreational experience. In the United States of America, the death toll from wildfires on Hawaii's Maui Island has risen to 80 people for the fourth day in a row, and thousands were evacuated to shelters and safe places. And we wrap up our news bulletin with Friday joggers. Despite the heat, they keep good habits and do their sport session alone or with sport coaches. In Bushawi Forest, more details with Rania Al-Bahri.
Despite high temperatures, the determination of many people to continue their physical activity is constant. The example in the heart of the forest of Bushawi, where every Friday mornings the motivated group gather for weekly training sessions. We play sports 3 times a week. We kept the same rhythm this summer. We do exercises that correspond to the heat. We just have to hydrate and drink a lot of water. For many, this exercise is more than just physical activity. It is also a way to release the stress of the week, improve mental well-being, and maintain a high level of energy despite the heat. In summer, as in winter, the practice of sports is essential for me. I make sure I never miss my weekly session on Friday. In addition, it has a huge impact on morale, as it allows me to get rid of the stress of the week. While sports enthusiasts continue their quest for optimal well-being, sports coaches go and give good advice to help everyone. What is recommended is to play sports in the morning or at the end of the day to avoid the heat. It's good to favor fruit because it's fresh. We always have to stay hydrated. You have to stay in great shape at the end of the session because you need to recover well afterwards. Even in summer, it is important to remember that the practice of regular physical activity is essential to maintain good health.
That was it for today. Thank you for joining us. Good night.